Sanibonani, unjani, karibuni sana. Well, African beads have since time immemorial been used as part of our history. They have indicated wealth, power. They have been used as spiritual talisman, and at the same time used for coded messages. Well, currently they are also used part and parcel of today's fashion world. That is, today I avoided specifically usage of beads because I did not want to send the wrong message. Thank you very much and hope you'll enjoy the show. We'll learn more about the African beads through our South African youth led by our youth leader, Tembesile Mahua. Welcome to the show. And last week's episode was so exciting about color discrimination by South African youth. Today's message is about African beads, especially how they are used in KwaZulu region. Thank you very much and all the way to Tembesile. Welcome and enjoy the show.
Thank you very much, and Hamburger, for the opportunity. I am Tembesile Mahua, coming all the way from South Africa. Well, as you can see, I am adorned in African beads, and today we'll be bringing you a special episode on African beads, particularly Zulu beads, and we'll see who wears what, where, how, and how it's supposed to be worn. So please stay tuned and you'll see everything about it. People of African descent from Africa to Latin America, well, this episode is for you. As you can see, well, we'll be learning more about that later on in the show. However, I'd like to introduce our guest, Utholile Mieni Notamsan Ngameni, who'll be telling us more about cultural beads, how they are worn, what significance do they have, and what are the meanings behind the colors. Well, before that, let's take a video from Ulisedi Mazibugo, who'll be telling us about the importance of cultural preservation in the 21st century. Lisedi, over to you.
cultural and spiritual practices. When attending Umkhosomhlanga and camps, we are given the opportunity to learn about ourselves, isintu sets, without allowing our ways of existing and our ways of lives to be defined by Eurocentric ideas of what a perfect lifestyle should be like. We have the opportunity to celebrate ourselves and our culture without being allocated a specific day or holiday to do so by the Western world. Furthermore, we are given the opportunity to learn different languages and cultural practices, because even though Ubuhlola comes across as a Zulu traditional practices, we are very diverse in Ntombi. Explaining Ubuhlola in detail, it is an ancient tradition which takes us back to our roots. It restores what is known as the ancient Zulu respect for women, and it reintroduces aspects of the Zulu culture that have been eclipsed by the arrival of colonizers and Christianity in Africa. This cultural practice contributes to the development of self-respect, a positive self-image, self-improvement, self-esteem, and pride within the Zulu nation and within Africa as a whole. Therefore, it can be said that Ubuhlola can be seen as a stage or period in waithood where we are preparing ourselves to becoming strong, educated, and independent Black women. From a social aspect, this practice can be seen as a prevention strategy for teenage pregnancy and the spread of sexually transmitted diseases. I personally see it as a beautiful distraction from societal ills such as substance abuse, gang violence, and theft. Moreover, attending the read dance helps us build and maintain our social network.
Monani, igama uthulile unonhle wakamyeni, kama foto uhubhudo mhalakasha, umuntu omude uyabona ngale kwentaba. I am from Kwahlabisa, Emacegeni area, and I am a median leader of Izitombe Zasembelebeleni, and I am a retailing student at University of South Africa. Mina ngigumdolomba ongengana ngoba nasentendeni sandi yahlala. Wena owabalekela insingizi ngokusindela. Wena owela imfolozi nemfolozana. Wena waseningizimu. In our culture, different people have different attires. Like we as a median, we can't use isitolo because isitolo is for only married women. And same applies to umuja. Umuja, it symbolizes purity. As a married woman or not married, but if you are not still a virgin, you can't use umuja. It's only for Zulu medians. And if someone paid a lobola for you, as a median, as a Zulu median, where you have to change the color of your skirt to become black. Not yellow, not blue, not any color, but it become black. And you start put on your headband, this thing here, to show the respect of izinkomo, zomkhwenyana. And you have to wait everywhere you go, everywhere you move.
Uyanibingelela okamnguni umdolombo phamba kadududo ngaphambi kwamakhoke enyaweni ingwenya ngeke idle ingwenya ayo idle isuke ifilambini. So lona ophambi kwenu igama lami uThamsanqa wakamyeni ngihlala eJohannesburg. So this is my craft under the project Nguni Beadworks. This is the craft that I generate an income from. What I'm currently making here is called Umuja. Umuja is a very sacred piece of artwork worn by maidens. It has different meanings. It has different. It also tells where one comes from. For example, this one, Umuja lona. Ungasho umuntu mewubhincile umuntu, this person originates from either eThekwini or either from Umgungundlovu. And this one is from the northern KwaZulu-Natal. This is commonly found in endaweni ezifana njengo Zululand such as Olundi, Ojozini, kwaNhlabuyalingana, the colors nokuthothana kwaseduze kobuhlalo. And then this one usuyabona ke lana ukuthi sesiye emahlabathini yemanje lana ke with the different pattern and the design, and the colors have meaning. Lombala lona ubovu usho uthando. Lona ilanga, this is yellow. It signifies wealth. This one signifies faithfulness. Oblulon inkamba le ebese uthi ilanga lena, everything radiant under the sun, and this is in line with fertility and agricultural wealth. And obviously white signifies purity, divinity, and chastity. So yes, this is called Umuja, and this is in Ndebele artwork. It's worn like this by Ndebele brides. Also similar to the Nguni culture, whereby we call this ipinifa or isembatho sangaphambili, worn on Istwaba. You will see the pictures how it's worn. And I'm sitting on that is commonly used by people with Mandao spirits, with water spirits, and this is Nguni beadworks nomsebenzi wethu ngiyathokoza nabesile.
Welcome at Adere Safari Lodge in the vast savanna of Kedepo Valley National Park, Uganda. We provide you with exotic ambience of beautiful cottages, rooms and swimming pool at affordable rates. We also offer memorable and restful transformation safaris and a tour to Karamoja. Adere Safari Lodge, everything right where you need it. We love having you here. For more information, contact our telephone number below. Wow, that was a spectacular presentation by Thembisile and her team. Wow, now we know more about African beads. We know which bead is to be worn on what occasion, which color, who is to wear which bead. We know what the waist bead presents and the head beads and all the other beads. Let us learn more about the beadwork from Thembisile. And kindly do not forget to put on a comment on our social media platform, the Idol social media platform, plus the Raia TV social media platform. Your views and input will be highly appreciated. Welcome and continue enjoying the show. Thank you.
Wow, that was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Sisi Nonhle. Thank you so much, Tamsanga. And as you can see, I'm actually wearing the piece that Tamsanga has on his lap in the video. And this is the final episode. This is the final version of Umu that was making on his lap. So thank you so much. And as we've seen, the journey of making the beads is not only artistic, but is spiritual. So we have Uandisa, who will be telling us more about her spiritual journey in the making of Umuja Wake. Please look at the next video.
Greetings, my name is Andisa Kuboni and I'm an Unkosomhlanga maiden. My journey began when my ancestors visited me in a dream and gave me instructions on what I had to wear to the royal redan. So one of the instructions was that I was not supposed to wear a long length skirt, because traditionally maidens are only supposed to wear short length regalia. The second instruction was that I was not supposed to wear any head beads, because those are reserved for maidens that are in the process of courting with a prospective suitor. So one of the beads that I'm wearing today are called Umuja. So this is a symbol of fertility and purity, and it has different colors with varying meanings. So the first color is Imbuga, which is light blue. This is a symbol of fresh and sea waters, and it symbolizes healing and liberty. The second one is Ingamba, which represents trust, faithfulness, and loyalty. The third one being white, which is a symbol of spirituality, divinity, and foresight. The fourth one is gold, which represents resources, and it is not limited to material or monetary resources. Because of its importance, the process of making umuja is quite taxing and it is spiritual. I had the honor of participating in the making of my umuja. Though my Bida and I did not fast, we refrained from eating red meat or any dairy products, and the process took about 3 days. So ideally, you would want to fast and treat it with the spiritual significance that it holds.
Ey'ntombini lapho sizokhuluma khona ngobuhlalu. Ubuhlalu kahle kahle buya sirepresenta thina. Wena mobona thina ubona ubuhlalu. Ngizoqala ekhanda, ngizoqala ngomgunqulo wami osekhanda. Sibiza ngomgunqulo ke le. Ihlala ekhanda silandele ngesiyaya. Isiyaya sentombi asikho ngaka kodwa sikhona isiyaya esihamba la, isiyaya seyintombi. Silandele ngocu. Uculo lilibonisa ukuthi ke intombi sekhona, intombi sayiphethe kahle, intombi ayinamkhwenyana. Ngakho ke kumele ibone insizwa ukuthi cha, angikakhetha. Angikathatha, ngakho ke amathuba sekhona. Silandele ngomuntsha wentombi. Ndiyawubona u5 lines ngoba intombi sikhulile, ngineminyaka engu25. Silandele ngamabhengela. Lawa ke amabhengela eyintombi. Konke lokho sikuthola kuNguni Beadworks. Konke lokho kwenziwa uThamsanqa Myeni from iNguni Beadworks. Naneqhabanga lethu, unaliqhabanga lethu, intombi iqashiye nje esigcaweni, kungabi indaba zalutho nezinsizwa ayibona ukuthi cha ngalishaya libomvu ikhanda. Angigxile kakhulu emuntsheni. Na umuntsha wentombi. Siphinde simbuke siwubhekisise umuntsha wentombi. Uhlala la umuntsha wentombi. Kufike kube ucu phezulu bese kuba umuntsha wentombi. Akusontombi ke ngenamuntsha ngiyadlala.
Amazing, Norte. Indeed, my culture, my pride. We have learned today that the Zulu tradition is more than just beauty, but it has a lot of meaning, and we need to celebrate it accordingly. Well, as I said along this episode, when we started that, we today are at a traditional ceremony called Umemulo. Well, we are here with Usisi that is celebrating Umemulo, Usisi Ukosi. And Kosi, please tell us, we know that this is a very, very big event, especially in the Zulu tradition, and especially amongst Zulu maidens. So please tell us, how do you feel, that this day has finally arrived?
Hi guys, I'm so happy, very excited to see this day. Igama umakhosazana wakamkhondo. This day means a lot to me, to prove ukuthi ngize ngafika esukwini lanamhlanje ngiseseyintombi. Ukumula guys, akusinomabani ofikayo kulezinga engikuyo. So guys, umemulo indlela bangonga ngayo ekhaya, abangikhulisa ngayo ekhaya. So guys, I'm so happy, but a little bit nervous.
Okay, of course, but let me say, you look absolutely amazing. And as we have heard from Utami and Norte that white signifies purity. Well, we are also here with Nomfundo. Nomfundo, I see you also wearing a blue skirt, and that signifies well, that signifies water. As we have heard from this episode, you know what? This has been a great learning episode. Can you please tell us more about this ceremony called Umemulo? We are here, we are seeing young maidens, you're bare-breasted, celebrating your womanhood, celebrating you being you. So what does this day really mean?
Thank you, Timmy. My name is Nomfundo Mkhwanazi. So this day is an amazing day for every maiden girl, especially since their parents are showing that they are grateful for what they have done, for keeping their purity intact, so that when this day comes, they are able to celebrate with other maidens. So basically this is where the parents are giving her the key that are saying now you can go and look for, well, a man will look for you, but then you can now be able to say yes to a man and get married.
Wow, that was absolutely amazing. So tell me, Kosi, are you really, really, really ready to say yes when a young, handsome man comes along your way?
Absolutely yes.
Well, what?
And I will be glad if someone comes.
Okay, that was absolutely amazing. So now tell us, now that, let's say we are done here and we've celebrated, so this man now comes. How does the process work? Please tell us, how does she say yes? Is it going down on your knees? Or what is the cultural way of a maiden saying yes to a cosmic husband?
Okay, so a maiden, first of all, we start by a process called Usheba. That's when the young handsome man comes to the maiden and he proposes the maiden. When he proposes the
After the process of Ugushela, that's when, if the girl actually likes the guy that is proposing to her, she gives him this. This is called Ugu. It's either she gives this or she gives this one, but it depends on which one she has on that time. And when she is done giving it to the man, she will then now go to her family to get all the old ones, now that she has agreed, and those people are called amakrikiza. So amakriza will need to buy a whole lot of stuff so that they can take to the man's house, so that they can acknowledge the fact that she has already chosen him from other guys that were proposing her. Suppose she has the guy. That's the whole process until marriage.
Well, that is very, very interesting. And as you have heard, the processes of doing things in the Zulu tradition are different, and that is great too. The ladies right next to me are saying that they are ready for marriage and they are single.
Greetings everyone, I'm Dano Funduzulu from South Africa. I'd like to encourage the youth to be proud of being Africans, and that wherever they go in the world, they'll always be Africans. As much as we're living in a world that is colonized, we shouldn't be a generation that is influenced by the Western culture. Let us embrace our own natural and diverse beauty of our continent. This shouldn't be worn on special occasions only. It should be part of our daily wear, because I am the image of my ancestors. So let us unite and become a nation that is rooted to its culture. I am the daughter of the soul. You are the son of the soil. May the gods of our land bless Africa and her people. Thank you.
Well, on that note, we bring in Umemulo, who is a cultural expert and the leader of Umemulo. Mama, welcome to Africa. Especially with regards to the beat abo mama bamaswati abashadile uzobabona ngoba befakele athayi sebefaka esizulwini lesi sisenzayo njenganamhlanje kwi-culture yami. Oshadile uganile ufaka isidwaba, afake isicholo sisho ukuthi unkosikazi ngokuphelele, ulotsholiwe. Isidwaba iyona ring yesizulu. Okay. Yes. Okay. So izinto ngesizulu siyenzeka differently, and this is the beauty of our culture. And I think this episode and Roots of Africa as a whole, we are here to uproot our culture and ensure that even in this day, it still lives on for generations and generations to come. Mama Ngena, what would you advise the young people of the world? Because the audience here tonight, it's not just South Africa. I know we are in South Africa with Mama Ngena, but we're speaking to young people everywhere, America, everywhere, Canada, everywhere. What would you say to those young people listening to you today? Yeah, i-advice yami young people ukuthi bangakhohlwa amasiko wabo. Noma ngawukuphi, noma ngabe sewufundile, isiko lakho nje kufuneka uhlale wazi isimpi sakho ukuthi wena isipini sakho ugqoka kanjani, intombi igqoka kanjani, umama ugqoka kanjani. Ngiyabakhuthaza kakhulu ukuthi bangalahli amasiko ngokuba sebefundile. Noma ngabe umuntu usese-America kodwa akakhumbuleni ukuthi umZulu. Noma ngabe umuntu useDubai makakhumbule ukuthi phela mina nguMpedi, phela mina ngumXhosa, mina ngilimpondo, mina ngilibhaca. Ungasuki esintwini sakho. Yileyo advice yami engayisho. That was profound. I am an African wherever I go. That was absolutely amazing, Mama Ngena. Siyabonga. And that is from me, Umemulo. Goodbye. Over to you, and yet another episode of Learn Swahili via movies.
There are 3 words that we're going to be focusing on. Muda, which is time, Mungu, which is God, and mapema, which is early or earlier.
Benka, ukicheza na mimi nitakuua.
Because we both don't belong to this world. You are just like me, Benjamin. Your heart is just like mine.
Kwa baba unaona sawa kumlisisha mali huyu kuliko mimi kakake, si ndio? Mimi najua kwa sababu mamangu hayupo ndo maana napata hizi. Lakini mamangu mimi angekuwa mzima nisingepata dhiki hizi.
Nani anataka kuwa adui yangu?
Nitautoa huo mzigo kutoka kwa kichwa chako. Na utajua pesa haizidi sheria.
Okay, fine. I'll marry you. Now let them be free.
I'm serious about you. I want to marry you.
Someone is going to die.
Huku kwetu ni mwanamke asubiri alete mwanamume amuoe, sio wewe unakwenda kumtongoza. Nikuulize, hivi mimi ni mwanamume wangapi katika maisha yako? Wangapi?
Thank you very much, Thembisile, for that exciting episode of African Beads. Thank you, and we are hoping to hear more from the African youth. We would like to know more about KwaZulu culture, South African culture, pertaining the youth. Kindly bring us more. And thank you very much for watching. Thank you, your viewers, for the comments and everything. Kambahale, kwaherini, goodbye, till next time. And God bless you all. Thank you.
Good